Can share, Mataji. Are you available to share, Mataji?
Yeah, okay, I'll share. What is today's thing, Mataji?
It's Mohini Ekadasi. I'll send it in the chat, Mataji. Here.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Live has started, Mataji. We can start reading.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just share the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, Mataji. It is in dual view. We can see Zoom also. Yeah, split screen. Can you just do full screen with Mohini Ekadashi?
Sounds good. Yeah, I hope you can see now.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
1 second. I'm just make this. Please raised hands. Yeah, Yashomati Mataji has raised hands. I cannot see here, Mataji. 1 second. Give me some time. You should log in 2 devices, Mataji. If you're in laptop, can you share?
Okay, Mataji. I'll share. And can I give you control to also move it?
Yeah, okay, Mataji. Okay, fine.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yashomati Mataji, please forward.
Happy Ekadashi to you and everyone. Yeah, Mohini Ekadashi. Sri Yudhishthir Maharaj said, O Janardhan, what is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight, Shukla Paksha of the month of the Vaishakha, April and May? What is the process for observing it properly? Kindly narrate all of these details to me. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, replied, O blessed son of Dharma, what Vasishtha Muni once told to Lord Ramchandra, I shall now describe to you. Please hear me attentively. Lord Ramchandra asked Vasishtha Muni, O great sage, I would like to hear about the best of all fasting days, that day which destroys all kinds of sins and sorrows. I have suffered long enough. 1 minute,
Here,
Mataji.
Mataji, I have suffered long enough.
Yeah, I shall now describe that fasting which purifies the world. Oh, yeah, I have suffered long enough in separation from my dear Sita, and so I wish to hear from you about how my suffering can be ended. The sage Vasishtha replied, O Lord Ram, oh, you whose intelligence is so keen, simply by remembering your name, one can cross the ocean of the material world. You have questioned me in order to benefit all of humanity and fulfill everyone's desires. I shall now describe that day of fasting which purifies the whole world. Oh
Thank you,
Ram,
Mataji.
thank you, Mataji. Hare
Dear
Krishna.
devotees, anyone who would like to read, please raise your hands. So I'll read the next paragraph. Till then, anyone who wish to read, please raise your hands. O Rama, that day is known as Vaishaka Shukla Ekadashi, which falls on Dwadashi. It removes all sins and is famous as Mohini Ekadashi. Truly, O dear Rama, the merit of this Ekadashi frees the fortunate soul who observes it from the network of illusion. Therefore, if you want to relieve your sufferings, observe this auspicious Ekadashi perfectly, for it removes all obstacles from one's path and relieves the greatest miseries. Kindly listen as I describe its glories, because for one who even just hears about this auspicious Ekadashi, the greatest sins are nullified. Anyone who would like to read? On the banks of the Saraswati river, there was once a beautiful city named Bhadravati, which was ruled by King Dutiman. O Rama, that steadfast, truthful, and highly intelligent king was born in the dynasty of the moon, Chandravamsa. In his kingdom was a merchant named Dhanapal, who possessed a great deal of wealth and of food grains and money. He was also very pious. Dhanapal arranged for lakes to be dug, sacrificial arenas to be erected, and beautiful gardens to be cultivated for the benefit of all the citizens of Bhadravati. He was an excellent devotee of Lord Vishnu and had five sons: Sumana, Dutiman, Medhavi, Sukriti, and Drishtabuddhi. Okay. Yashomati Mataji? Yeah. Hema Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Hema Mataji?
Okay. From where I should start, Mataji?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
Okay, unfortunately, his son, Drishtabuddhi, always engaged in greatly sinful activities such as sleeping with prostitutes and associating with similar degraded persons. He enjoyed illicit sex, gambling, and many other varieties of acts aimed at gratifying the senses. He disrespected the demigods, devas, the Brahmins, the forefathers, and other elders of the community, as well as his family's guests. The evil-hearted Drishtadubdi spent up his father's wealth indiscriminately, always feasting on untouchable foods and drinking alcohol to excess. I can continue, Mataji?
yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
One day, Dhanapala kicked Drishtadubdi out of the house after he saw him walking along the road arm in arm with a known prostitute. From then all Drishtabuddi's relatives were highly critical of him and distanced themselves from him also. After he had sold all of his inherited ornaments and become destitute, the prostitute also abandoned him and insulted him because of his poverty.
Okay, Mataji, thank you. Shyama Gauri Mataji? Shyama Gauri Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, where are we?
Drishtabuddhi was.
Rishabhati was now full of anxiety and also hungry. He thought, what should I do? Where should I go? How can I maintain myself? He then began to steal. The king's constables arrested him, but when they learned who he it was and that his father was the famous Dhanapala. They released him. He was caught and released in this way many times. But at last, sick of his arrogance and total disrespect for others and their property, the ill-mannered Drishta Buddhi was apprehended, handcuffed, and then beaten. After weeping him, the king's marshals warned him, "O evil-minded one, there is no place for you in this kingdom." However, Drishtabdi was freed from his tribulation by his father and immediately thereafter entered the dense forest. He wandered here and there, hungry and thirsty and suffering greatly. Eventually, he began killing the jungle animals, the lions, deers, boars, and even wolves for food. Always ready in his hand was his bow. Always he on his shoulder was the quiver full of arrows. He also killed many birds such as chakora, peacocks, geckos, and doves and pigeons. He unhen- unhesitatingly slaughtered many species of birds and animals to maintain his sinful way of life. The sinful results accumulating more and more each day on account of his previous sins. He was now immersed in an ocean of great sin that was so relentless that it appeared that he could not get out.
Thank you, Mataji.
Shall I read, Mataji?
Sundarangi Mataji, who's there?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Drishtabuddhi was always miserable and anxious, but one day during the month of Vaishakha, by the force of some of his past merit, he chanced upon the sacred ashram of Kaundanya Muni. The great sage had just finished bathing in the Ganges river, and water was dripping from him still. Drishtabuddhi had the great good fortune to touch some of those droplets of water that were falling from the great sage's wet clothing. Instantly, Drishtabuddhi was freed of his ignorance, and his sinful reactions were reduced. Offering his humble obeisances to Kaundanya Muni, Drishtabuddhi prayed to him with joined palms. O great Brahmana, please describe to me some of the atonement I may perform without too much endeavor. I have committed so many sins in my life, and these have now made me very poor. The great Rishi replied, O son, listen with great attention, for by hearing me, your life will change and you will become free of all your remaining sins. In the light fortnight of this month, Vaishakha, April to May, there occurs the sacred Mohini Ekadasi, which has the power to nullify sins as vast as weighty as Mount Sumeru. If you follow my advice and faithfully observe a fast on this Ekadasi, which is so dear to Lord Hari, you will be freed from all the sinful reactions of many, many birds.
Thank you, Mataji. Radha Pyari
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, thank you. Hearing these words with a great joy, Drishtabuddhi promised to observe a fast on Mohini Ekadasi according to the sage's instructions and direction. O best of kings, O Ramachandra Bhagavan, by fasting completely on Mohini Ekadasi, the one sinful Drishtabuddhi, the prodigal son of the merchant Dhanapala, became sinless. Afterwards, he achieved a beautiful transcendental form and free at least of all obstacles, rode upon the carrier of Lord Vishnu, Garuda, to the supreme abode of the Lord. O Ramachandra, the fast day of Mohini Ekadasi removes the darkest illusory attachments to material existence.
Mataji, can you
Yeah.
pull up?
Mataji, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, read Mataji.
There is thus no better fast day in all the three worlds in this. Lord Sri Krishna conclude, and so, O Yudhishthira, there is no place of pilgrimage, no sacrifice, and no charity that can bestow merit equal to even 1/16th of the merit a faithful devotee of mine obtains by observing the Mohini Ekadasi. And he who hears and studies the glories of Mohini Ekadasi achieves the merit of giving away 1,000 cows in charity. Thus ends the narration of the glories of Vishaka Sukla Ekadasi or Mohini Ekadasi from the Kurma Purana.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for reading. There is a note. If the holy fast falls on Dwadasi, it is still called Ekadashi in the Vedic literature. Furthermore, in Garuda Purana 125.6, Lord Brahma states to Narada Muni, O Brahmana, this fast should be observed when there is full Ekadashi, a mixture of Ekadashi and Dwadashi, or a mixture of three Ekadashi, Dwadashi, and Triyodashi, but never on the day when there is a mixture of Dashami and Ekadashi. This is also upheld in the Hari Bhakti Vilas. Vaishnava Smriti Shastra and upheld by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in his Navadip Panjika introduction. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, dear devotees, for joining us and reading this Ekadashi Mahatmya. A very happy Ekadashi to all of you. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vajatsam, Vaishnav Kripa